Hey, what it do, man? This is your boy, man, North End Floyd, with another episode 105 on the Kickback Podcast Show, man. You know what I'm saying? It feels good to be back, man. Been in Facebook jail for about 30 days. They had me locked down for a little bit. So, I took a little break. I took a little vacay. But to be honest with you, it's no more vacations. It's no more pausing. It's no more breaks. You know what I'm saying? But, your boy here, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's been supporting, sharing, liking the show, man. And y'all do that real quick. Share the show real quick, like the show real quick. I got two dope guests on. I got my boy Cornbread on that's finna come through. I got my girl Jackie that's coming on. She's about to come through and bless us, man. You know what I'm saying? Two opinionated people that I respect. So I brought them on the show. So, you know what I'm saying? This is show 105. We got some dope questions. And we go get into it, man. So, like I'm saying, it's just good to be back. Shout out to my boy Jacob. You know what I'm saying? He does the dogs and stuff. We go chop it up. We go get into that, man. But in the meantime, between time, let me bring on my guests. What it do? What's up, Cornbread? What's up, Jackie? What
How
y'all
you
doing?
doing?
What's up, Jackie? I'm gonna start with you first. How you doing today? What's going on with you?
I am good. It's Friday. Off.
Mm.
Couldn't be no better.
Yeah, that's good, man. You drinking what you drinking?
Got a little Ciroc. Got to go to work in the morning, so I'm not gonna hit it too hard tonight. But as soon as I get off tomorrow, it's a different story.
It's going down. Bread, what's
Oh,
good with you?
Chilling, man. Smoking and taking over the world.
Man, that's what it is. That's the best way to do it, man. Like I said, I brought y'all on the show because I respect y'all opinions, and you know, uh, I'm interested in what y'all are gonna say with these questions. Even though y'all seen these questions, I want to see what y'all want to say and interact with the people that's gonna be. They might be calling in. They might be responding via questions that I'm gonna post up here. So you know how it is. You know how we get down. Also, if you want to call and you want to voice your opinion, or if you disagree with what we might be saying on a particular question, you could call 409-233-0017, and you can tell us how you feel about a particular subject and stuff like that. And I want to say again, it feels good being back doing shows and doing what I do. So anyway, Jackie, we're gonna talk about this in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations on a big accomplishment, a big achievement. You saying a lot of people been inboxing you and asking you questions and this and that and all that. So how you feel about the accomplishments you just pulled off?
I'm excited. Like I worked really hard. You have to be really disciplined to really save that money to not
Mm,
spend it. But
mm.
I just wanted something more for my kids than just life insurance. I want them to always have a place to call home.
For sure. Yeah. All day you wanna pass down generational wealth, whether it's, what I'm saying, real estate or whatever. We
Yeah,
gotta leave something for our kids because
definitely.
most of the time we don't. We just leave bills. So, you know what I'm saying? That's how I be. I don't know why I be saying Facebook user all the time. What's up, Facebook user? Hey, what they do? I don't know why it's calling you Facebook user. I'm gonna have to check into that. I think I know what it is, but I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. But we go dive into some questions, like we usually do. And any particular question, I don't know if y'all remember the questions that we was doing, but anyone y'all want to pop out with first, because I could start off with one. But is it anyone that y'all want to particular talk about first? Jackie, you got something you want to? I don't know if you remember them off the top like that, but I could just pop one up for you if you want me to do it like that.
I don't know why, but the only one that I can remember was like it was something along the lines of, do men prefer like a seasoned woman or a
Oh, I
virgin?
got that. And actually, that's the first. Actually, well, that's the second question, but still, bang. We gonna start like that, okay? What's up, everybody? Hey, appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. Y'all like, share, and y'all comment. And if y'all want to call, y'all can do that too. But the first question is, men prefer that. Oh shit, I messed that question up. Men prefer a woman that is experienced in the bedroom or a virgin. And we gonna start with the ladies first. We gonna start with the. You know what I'm saying? We gonna start with you, Queen. You know what I'm saying? Um, even though it's a men type question,
Mhm.
Uh, how do you feel about that?
Well, seeing as that I'm not a man,
Uh huh.
my opinion would be it would just depend on the man because every man likes something different.
Okay. What about the men that you dealt with? Do they like the fact that you're seasoned and you experienced?
They like the fact that I do like to do what they like.
Okay, that's what's up. I'm gonna let me jump in this bread, and I'm gonna say my opinion, and I think men do prefer a woman that's more experienced than a virgin. I'm gonna tell you why, because even though we might be her first, she's not gonna really do what we like or whatever. She's not experienced. We might not have time for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, uh, especially if you in your late 20s, early 30s, you want her to talk that talk and do what she do, and she ain't gonna know. A lot of men, they don't know how to coach. They don't know how to
No,
coach her. They ain't gonna know how to coach her. They ain't gonna know what to tell her what to do. Hey, do this, do that, do this. Men don't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? And unless you're a young little teenager, ain't nobody want no virgin right now. You in last place if you're a virgin. So I'm just gonna say that's how I feel. I want her seasoned and I want her experienced and ready to take care of a man. What you think about
because
that?
if she's more experienced, she's willing to try more things, willing to do more things versus somebody that's real timid and oh, I don't want to do that or oh, that hurts. Like
Mm. They
nobody got
say,
time for that.
yo, I used to hear the older the woman, the freakier she get. Yeah,
Well, I'm only 37, but
I'm just saying. They say the older the female get, the more she want to try stuff and the more she want to do things. So,
you
uh,
just have to find somebody that's willing to be as open as you are because I know a lot of men are not open to a lot of different things.
mm,
So it really just depends on your partner. Like how far are they willing to go? And that's for a man and a woman.
mm, okay.
Because just because somebody in the past, may have liked that, you was willing to try to do this, the next person may not be willing.
Has it been times where you gotta push your man, be like, come on, baby, you gotta spice it up now.
Not recently, previously, but they have to be comfortable to want to talk about that because a lot of men are not comfortable to talk about a lot of things sexually. They
Mm,
feel like they're like because you want to sit down and have a conversation, they feel like their sex is not good, and that's not it. Maybe I just want to teach you how to please me.
oh, okay. So you think? Oh, okay. So you think? So men, they don't like to talk about have a conversation about sex. They might. I'm gonna be honest with you. What you're saying is more in depth and for sex. Men are really like shallow when it comes to that. They might say, "Hey, what position you like? Oh, you like it like that? Oh, okay, yeah," and that's it. But as far as what you're saying, like going to the depth of the sexual conversation, like what do you prefer, this and that, they get a little
Yeah.
shy about that.
And I don't see the issue with talking about it because what's the problem with talking about it if I know we having sex and you're not pleasing me? Why not tell you what it is that I like so we could make that happen? Like I said, I'm
Mm.
not saying anything, recent or nothing like that, but just in general.
Yeah, true that. Hey, Brad, what you think about that though?
Uh, I think a man would like to have a woman who is experienced in the bedroom because a lot of men don't have time to teach, and we don't get paid for teaching. Not that type of teaching anyway. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of men
Yeah,
want experience. You know.
yeah, facts though. Um,
I have a question.
yeah, go ahead.
So if you find somebody that you're interested in and you say you don't have time to teach, but this is somebody that you really feeling, so you telling me you're not going to take the time to talk to that person to make sure that they can give you that sexual desire, that fulfillment that you really need, like you wouldn't take that time because you don't want to teach?
Well,
Um,
if you cut for the person, then you will do it. You
mm,
know, you'll advise them or talk to them about it. But if it's just something random,
Because if it's something random, you shouldn't even want to do it again.
you know,
Because if
I mean,
we're
and
all
I'm
older,
just
so by now, if you ain't got the basics down, then what are you doing?
yeah. I mean,
yeah,
hey, there's some crazy stuff in this world right now. There's some
yo,
people out here in this world.
I'm just hypothetically saying, if I was single and I met a female and she was saying like, hey, I'm a virgin. First, I think she would be lying, and then second, it'll change my mindset a little bit. It'll be like, oh, damn, uh, I'm gonna have to take a different approach with her because
Hmm.
if she ain't never been with nobody, then her mindset is a little different. She might not, it might be only certain things you could say to her. She might not prefer. She might prefer like a church going type dude or something like that. And be like, like, oh, okay, you one of those. So it makes me think that she might not be, fun. I'm just gonna be honest with you. She might not
But
be
that could
fun.
also apply to somebody that's been in a long-term relationship. They may have not had as many partners.
That is true too, but on the sexual side, I mean, depends on how much they had sex though. You know what I'm saying? You had sex with one person and then y'all did all kind of stuff. Y'all didn't all kind of think kinky things and stuff. So it's you still have that experience, whether it's like one person or multiple people, rather than
Yeah.
nobody at all.
So, Floyd, do you have limits?
I think we all got limits, for sure. I definitely got limits, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh-wee.
Uh
I mean, could you just think of
Brad,
something that you just would like absolutely not do?
Oh, I got one. Real men don't eat ass. Thrash in the mouth has never been cool. I
That's your
repeat,
opinion.
that's just me. I'm not doing that. I don't care
That
what
doesn't
what's.
that but that doesn't make them not be a real man.
I'm just saying for me. I don't.
But I'm saying like back in the day, men wouldn't even talk about like oral sex. I'm not gonna be real vulgar, but like now it's like a damn marathon. Like they start the conversation off with that.
yeah, in the early, like in the
It
90s
was
and early
frowned upon
2000s,
back then, but now that's the conversation starter.
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
get.
guys wasn't really,
You know.
they weren't really talking about that. They
So
wouldn't if
no,
they did it, they
every
weren't
man
finna say
don't
it.
eat ass, but a lot of these niggas eat ass.
Desiree, she say, speak for yourself, sir. I think Desiree is into that. I think females.
Mouth is thrash in the mouth is unhealthy.
That's
You
your
know.
opinion. Sometimes it might just slip.
Yeah, I mean, it could slip. It depend on what position she is in. You know what I'm saying? It could be hard to get to that spot. You got to go past one spot to get to that spot. So,
Mm-hmm.
at nighttime, you probably
Whoopsie.
ain't go. Nighttime, you ain't seeing nothing. So yeah, it definitely could slip or whatever. And she probably ain't gonna tell you at first too. She just gonna probably let you figure it out. Like, hold on, this ain't it. She like, oh, for real? Like, oh hell yeah, it wasn't it. Like, oh well then. So, uh, but yeah, shoot, man, I think everybody should have limitations when it comes to the bedroom. I mean, shoot, I definitely got limitations.
A lot of people that don't, and
There's a
you
lot
can
of people that don't, but hey,
tell every day because they get on social media and that's the shit that they broadcast and they advertise every day. How they don't have a limit, how they really don't have no standards. And I'm saying from a man's perspective, I'm looking at this and I'm saying, am I supposed to wife this? Gal this? Am I supposed to take this serious?
mm.
But would you have sex with that though?
No, I would not. And that's because I'm older. I done had my fun. I done been to the playoffs, won a championship several times. It's over for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I done had my fun. You know what I'm saying? But I'm cool with that. Because you grow. I was
Hmm.
allowed a chance to grow and grow up and understand that hey, the things that turned me on as a child don't necessarily turn me on as a man.
That boy Terry says a lot of no limit
There are
soldiers
a
out
lot of
there.
no limit soldiers in the world.
Jackie, let me ask you a question. Is it do y'all feel anything when a guy does that?
It's a
I
different
mean,
type of stimulation.
really, when a guy
Make your
eats
toes curl
booty,
when it's done right.
dang man, hey man,
Mouth, trash in the mouth.
dang, okay, hey, but what some men don't do, I guess other men will. So, Brad, so you saying if a female says she likes that, that's a turnoff?
If she says that to me, I'm walking out the room. That is a deal breaker.
Dang.
That is unacceptable. That is grounds for termination. You
Okay.
will lose the job instant.
Ah,
You're fired. That's it.
no,
It's over.
straight
It's not
from.
a requirement, but I mean, if it happens, it happens.
Now, Jackie, what if a guy tells you that off the right, y'all dating, and he just says that? Is that a turn off when he just brings that up? Like, yeah, I do that. Like you don't bring it up, he brings it up that he does that. Is that a turn off, or you like, damn, let me at least bring it up?
It's not a turn off. It just depends on how it's brought up. Because if we just sitting up here having I mean, of course, it have to be some type of sexual content, but I mean, it's just not a turn off because I've had it before.
Mm, okay, that's what's up. Would you try to convince your man to do that if he's like, hey, babe, I like this. This is what I like. You want to try it one day? You want to? What do you think about that? Would you bring that up to a guy?
Absolutely. Like we'll discuss it, but if that's not something that they're into, then you can't force anybody to do anything.
Cornbread immediately walks out the conversation with you. You say, hey, babe, let's try it. There, I'm gone.
But see, that's what I'm saying. When you sit down and talk, you discuss things.
Mm-hmm. I always
How would
thought,
you ever get to really know what other side you could get out of that person if y'all don't ever talk about it?
yeah, for sure. I mean, communication is always a good thing, And a lot of people, man, they just
But I'm gonna
lack.
talk
I
to you
mean,
about it when you're drunk, though. We gonna talk sober, but I'm gonna really talk to you when
oh,
you're drunk.
damn. So you go get them like that.
Get the truth out there.
Damn.
We gonna talk about it.
Boy, go be in the middle of doing it and be like, damn, she actually got me to do this. All right, so let's go ahead and switch the topic. I mean, we could talk about that all day. Um now oh yeah, this is a good one. Why does it matter how many sexual partners a female has had, but it don't matter for a man? What's the scrutiny on females having multiple partners in the past or something like that, her body count, but it doesn't matter for a man? Why do you think females get scrutinized on that, but a man don't get scrutinized on that?
I'm gonna let him go.
Brad, what do you think about that? Why females get hate on if they have had multiple partners, but the man doesn't get, checked and scrutinized and embarrassed because he's been with so many women? Why is that?
Well, when I was younger,
Mm-hmm.
and amongst the fellas, however many girls you took down was the notch on your belt or the stripes on you, essentially.
Mm,
For but for a female, she's looked at as a hoe.
mm,
Times have changed now because hoes are now pedestalized. They're looked at as these great beings who are sexually liberated.
mm,
However the fuck you want to make sense out of that, okay, cool. But this is how they're looked at today. So today, in a lot of people's minds, with the way things are going, a woman sleeping with multiple dudes is not a problem because being a hoe is accepted now.
uh-huh.
It wasn't accepted back in the 90s. It was frowned upon. It was taught the older people would call the girls who was hoes fast back then.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
You know what I'm saying? But now it's it has become socially cool and accepted to be fast.
Mm.
So, I hope that answers the question. But it's looked at different because the same standards that men have don't necessarily apply to women.
the
Just
double standard.
just like it's certain things that apply to women that don't apply to men. There's different double standards. That's one of
Oh man, my boy DK Westbrook said it's because the eggplant don't stretch, but the peach rings do. Oh. Oh man. You know what? I feel like, it is a bad rap for a female that, when they
Hmm.
have been with
Unknown caller.
oh, hold on. Let me see who this is. I don't even know if this could be spam, y'all.
B from Beaumont.
Oh, who this
To
is?
accept, press 1. To send a
Somebody from B.
voicemail, press
Hold on,
2.
let's see. Yo, tap in, caller. What it do? What's your name?
Hey, this is Mike Booker, Beaumont. What's going
Mike
on, Floyd?
B. What it do, baby? What's up?
How you doing? How you doing?
Man, I'm living life, man. You know what's up.
What's up? What's up? So
What
the
you
topic is
yeah, what you got to say?
relationship.
Yeah.
I, I think communication, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of communication. A lot of people don't communicate no more. Well, to me, everybody just wants what they want. You know,
Mm.
whether it's imaginary or a big dream of a relationship, everybody kind of wants what they want. They don't communicate, go over, certain areas in the relationship. So a lot of people give up. Not everybody, but a lot of them do. If
Yeah,
that makes sense.
it makes sense. There's a lot of people that's selfish out there, man. You know what I'm saying? They only think about themselves and not about others and stuff. But yeah, I think, man, people do lack communication. I think it's because a lot of people don't know how to communicate. You know what I'm saying? They get emotional, they get upset, they're loud or whatever. And I just think a lot of people don't know how to have that sit down and let's communicate, even though we have different opinions. Let's kind of talk this out. Let's see what we can do. A lot of people not experienced with
Exactly.
that.
Exactly.
But we got a question. And we was talking about body count for a female, how that gets scrutinized, and the men don't. You know what I'm saying? That is considered player for them, but it's not for the female. What do you think about that?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. The only thing that a lot of people don't visual, and I talk to guys, I deal with a lot of people from women. I talk to women all day more than guys. But the thing is men, we respect women, but it's like a mind deal. Once we get the woman we want, it's like a major respect. It's almost like a protection mode. So when we hear a shock, not necessarily a shock, but when we hear what we don't want to believe about that queen or that person we focus on, it seems like it's not like a mess up, but it's more like a almost like a disappointment. You
Mm.
find out somebody else, and I don't want to use that example, but somebody else test drove the car that you've been wanting, and you find out they could have left previous a wrapper in the car, a pen or something, but you were pissed off because you wanted to make sure you were the first one, or you wanted to make sure you were the first one to take that individual, seriously, or to have pride in that individual. And I think it messes with the man's mind because that's what the man is focused on. Versus
Mm.
a woman is different. It's emotion, and it's probably different for. I can't speak for all women, but for the man, I know for sure. It's just we take that pride into that individual, that woman.
Yeah. Hey, what's that movie that was it Best Man?
Mm-hmm.
It was Best Man when he thought his girl was
A virgin,
yeah, he thought she was a virgin
and
and
she
his
slept
home.
with Harper, the best man, the
Yeah,
best friend.
yeah, man. He still went through it too, man. Like it was killing him, man. He was having memories and all kind of stuff of his girl being with somebody else and stuff. So um but yeah, man, exactly, man. I definitely feel what you're saying on that though. Hey, but Mike B, I appreciate you calling, my brother. I appreciate you tapping in, man. We gonna have to lock in.
Okay, all day, man. You keep doing what you're doing. I'm proud of you, and everyone in Beaumont keep supporting Floyd and this Kickback podcast, man. That's what's up right now. Appreciate you.
Hey, 100. That's what it is.
All right, love you, bro. Thank
All
you.
right. Yeah, man, that's my boy Mike B, man. You know what I'm saying? Mike B back in the days when I used to play Little League, and you hit a home run and stuff like that, you get the ball and you get a free snow cone. And man, Mike B, man, he used to always beat us to get the snow cones and stuff, to get the balls and stuff like that. So pause, but man, that's a homie, man. I grew up with big bro and stuff. But yeah, I mean, definitely I think females get a bad rap. Me personally, I'm not finna ask about your past. If I'm talking to you and stuff, that's something before me. So I'm not finna bring that up. If we having a conversation, if we dating and all that, I'm not gonna be like, so how many people you slept with? Or whatever.
Hmm.
That's before me. So that's not gonna matter. That's kind of like dating. That's like going to a strip club and you start dating this chick and you don't want her to strip no more. You know what I'm saying? That's where you met her. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't change the person who she is. You can't change that or whatever. This is now. Her mindset is totally different. She with you. You can't be worried about that. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I think as far as bringing that question up, I think it's irrelevant. It's the kind of like going through somebody's phone and you find something you don't want to find. So, but have y'all ever asked that question? Have y'all ever asked that question to somebody? You know what I'm saying? And asked them how many people they've been with and all that? Because I think it do get asked.
It does get asked, but I just feel that's a recipe for disaster. Now, only time I would feel like that information would need to be known is if you've been with somebody that's in that inner circle or somebody that's going to be in their face on a regular.
Mm. Bread, does it
But
matter?
if it was something that was just like a one-time thing, everything don't need to be told, especially if it was nothing attached to it.
Yeah.
But if there was somebody you cared about, and I know you're going to be in this person's face, and I know we had a past, yeah, I would tell you.
Yeah.
But if it's nothing that needs to be told, then I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, I shouldn't. I'll like my boy King said, I think it'll be disrespectful. Like if you ask me I'll be like, well, why are you asking me that? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm with you now. Like, we're talking. I don't even think that's important and stuff like that. So, I think most people ask that because, like, we was talking about on, Mike B was saying.
Unknown.
Okay, we got another caller.
T-Mo.
To accept.
Hey, caller, what it do? Who we talking to?
And this Dave, man. On Facebook, I go by IC though.
Okay, what it do, my G?
What's going on? It's good to see you on that podcast. What's up, Cornbread? I know Jacqueline too. I know y'all by faces though. I stay out the way.
How you doing?
Yeah.
What's good? What you got to say?
All right. Now I'm looking at the on the topic about why women are frowned upon differently for men on the body count. That goes so many different ways though. You know what I'm saying? I think so because in a small town, especially where I grew up in Beaumont, I don't want to be galling nobody that friends of friends made a rag doll in the past. You probably rag dolled her about 5-10 years later. I'm galling her, kissing up on her. Y'all, she was a fun fuck.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she probably, excuse me, she could have been one of the ones you climbed through the window when and now I'm galling her, and my partner used to be the one who used to gut her up, and it makes it hard. Now you have to be a strong man to overlook that. You know what I'm saying? But it makes it hard. We did HEB, and here go them two niggas that used to. I mean, it just makes it hard. And I know people. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people. I deal with people with music, with. I mean, golly, I don't want to share. If we ran through you together on some high five, then cool. I don't care what happens. But if you my wife in 10 years after you was known to get ran through, that's a no-go.
Yeah,
but she changed her life though.
She changed.
But women. You say what?
She changed her life.
No, I'm saying that's why. I'm saying you said who said this is my wife?
No, she changed. She said she changed. She changed her life.
Well, okay, well, that's what I'm saying. That's what makes it hard because I can't see the change. I can't see it. I can't see it because I'm faced with your past 24/7. Now we gonna have to move. You know what I'm saying? But
so he can be that strong man, just not in Beaumont.
Yeah, when you say
I can't be here because I'm gonna be. While you change, I'm gonna be faced with your past every time I turn a corner. You know what I'm saying?
You say y'all gonna have to move.
We gotta go.
Oh my God, he is killing me.
We gotta pass Houston up.
You gotta pass. Y'all gotta go to Dallas or something like that.
You gotta be in Austin, Dallas, El Paso.
Yeah.
But it depends. I mean, and then that kind of go with what I was talking about with would you rather a woman that has experience? So it's a thin line right there. What kind of experience?
No, Floyd then left us.
Damn.
Well,
how that happened?
I don't know, but he'll be back in a minute. Like I say, it doesn't really matter. Like I say, it just depends on the person. That's all I could say. Everybody's different.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
How would you find?
Though, I'm 39.
How would you find out that information about her past though? You'll just like do some research.
Well, no, it kind of comes up. I mean, I've been in different relationships. Things come up, and then when you, like I say, when you it starts off with small talk. Where you went to school at? What's your last name? Who you know? Oh, you grew up right here? Oh, you know such and such and now? Bam. Then all of it comes out. We gonna know each other, so we gonna know each other's crowd. So things are, you don't got to go in there head first, like, hey, who you slept with? You write them all down on the piece of paper. And I want their phone numbers and that. You ain't got to do that. You gonna find out when somebody you land with and trying to build with. That's what building is. Let me find out what I can work with and what I can't work with, and be honest with me, because I want to find out later, and we done wasted a lot of time. So I think if it's relevant to them two people, then it's relevant. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to find out no negative way at a party. I found out in a fucked up way before, and I was knee deep. And this was a close homeboy that slept with her. And I'm like, you didn't think to tell me this when you see me with this nigga?
See, I told you if there's somebody around, say something.
Yeah, that definitely hurt right though.
Yeah, but it was, it was premature, so it made me mad. It didn't work after that. That was time wasted. You know what I'm saying? That was time wasted. I couldn't do it. I have done it, I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? But I can't do it. Yeah, man. I'm glad you got your podcast. I want to chime in and all that. Seeing y'all on here.
Yeah, I appreciate you for hitting me up, man.
Yeah.
All
right, man. Right. Okay. That was funny.
Yeah, that was funny. I hit the wrong button. I don't know what happened. I hit the wrong button or something. I had to come back in and stuff. But yeah, I definitely feel what he's saying. That would be very unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? You feeling this chick out chopping it up, and she might have changed from how she is back then. You feeling her, and then you find out, like you said, through small talking, like, oh, you grew up right here? Oh, okay. Oh, you lived on Maida Road? Oh, okay, all right. Holler when your homeboy, hey, you know, such and such. Oh, hell yeah, we used to like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So,
but that's why I said, when you're with somebody, you're gonna know the people that they hang with. And as I say, if it's somebody you know that person hang with, it's better if it come from you. Because a lot of people don't want to see you happy. They're not telling you for the right reasons. Some people telling it to you because they know it's gonna hurt you, or they doing it to clown you.
Yep. Facts.
And more than anybody, you're gonna be mad at your partner because if I'm the person laying with you, then I should have told you.
Yeah, that's true. So let's get on to the next topic, though. The next topic is being upfront during dating. Does that scare men off? Dang. Dang. Let's see. Caller.
Angela.
Hey, what it do, caller?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Man, we chilling. We just vibing, you know what I'm saying? We just having a dope conversation.
All right, I wanted to chime in on this topic.
Oh, yeah. What topic you want to chime in on? You could do your thing.
Okay, the one y'all talking about the past. I can't see it right here.
Oh, hold on. Okay, well, I'm gonna go back to it because we was finna chop in on something else, but yeah, you definitely can comment on the we was talking about the sexual partners mattering for a female, but not for a man.
Yeah, how I feel about it is that everybody as adults, mature adults, accountable adults, should go into situationships or relationships, living in their truth, being in their truth, Pretty much you do put everything out on the table. You give everybody their fair chance to see whether they want to accept it or not. You see what I'm saying? And so, if you're not man enough to accept what's on the table, then, that's you. You make the mind up, you move around, But then you also got to check your circle, too, as a man, because you don't want to be hanging around some childish boys either, telling things that don't have to be said. You see your man, he happy. You see your boy, he happy. Let that be. Why you got to go whisper and shoot you behind the back and say, I done slept with her, I done had her. You seen old boy, girl, I done did that. It's about the thing is, when you mature, when you become a man, when you go through your transition, you be accountable for things and you make sure that your circle is doing the same thing.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's all I wanted to say.
Like our other guest who just got off the phone, he said that he was knee deep in a relationship and he found out that his homeboy had messed with her. So as far as a homeboy perspective, do you think it matters like how close you are as far as you need to, as far as you need to tell him. Because if you just know him, be like, oh yeah, that's homie from the hood. I don't think you need to tell him that you messed with, what I'm saying, the chick he with. Now, if that's your,
No,
now,
no, I
now
don't think you.
but
Go ahead.
what I was gonna say now, if that's your homeboy, yes, that's your day one. Y'all hang out like every weekend or something like that, and he brings her around. I think you might should tell him, because if it like 2-3 years down the road and he finds out, damn, yeah, y'all messed around, and then he gonna be like, hey, bro, why you
Yeah,
ain't tell me?
yeah,
Feel
yeah.
like the
Like
whole
in that case,
relationship a
yes,
lie.
that's what I'm saying about being in your truth. Yeah, like you come there in your truth. You live in your truth. So if she's seen the homeboys came around him before, then yes, she's supposed to say that. She's supposed to say that. You see what I'm saying? And at the same time, if the homeboy has been coming around and didn't say it to 3 years later or a few months later after he already got deep into it, then that's the homeboy's fault. That's being messy too, because he could have just kept his mouth closed.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially if
But if the
you.
girl see the homeboy come around, because I'm gonna be like, oh, that's your homeboy. Just want to let a few years ago, such and such happened.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Give him his fair chance to choose whether or not he want to carry on with that or not.
I think that's and I think that's respectful too, to go ahead and just let them know, like, we ain't finna shoot
Yeah,
like back in the days. Yes, we did miss, but that ain't, this is what it is now. I'm with you now. That was a past. We grow.
Leave
So
it there.
yeah. But you do have those homeboys that's messy, you know,
oh yeah,
and they won't
yeah,
tell you, but they'll tell your other homeboys.
yeah. That's
You
that.
see what I'm saying?
And that ain't your homeboy.
Like, yeah,
That's when you find out that ain't really
that's
your
not your
homeboy.
homeboy. Yeah, that's when you got to check your circle.
Yeah, no doubt. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? But I definitely appreciate you calling and giving that, what I'm saying, that woman's perspective on that issue, because, the last caller, he definitely gave his perspective on the side as far as like a man and homeboys and finding out and stuff like that. So I thank you for calling, giving your
Mhm.
perspective on that.
Well, thank you for giving me that chance. Y'all have a good night.
Yes, ma'am. Like, I sound like that was my mom or something. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, being in Beaumont, yeah. I mean, that is,
It's
one of the
bound to
things.
happen.
It's bound to happen, but I think when you get older and stuff like that, you kind of got to throw that out the window. You know what I'm saying? Just like when you get older, I think as far as kids, I don't think you pay attention to that. Especially if you get in your late 30s, your 40s. Everybody got kids, so you know,
They want to bring up relationships from high school.
yeah. Like, man,
Like,
I don't
why
even
is that
remember
even
that.
still being discussed?
Yeah, facts. So what we were saying, and she kind of alluded to. Shout out to Miss Cooks. Hey, what's up, Miss Cooks? I ain't seen her in a minute. She promised me some shrimp and grits a long time ago. I haven't forgot that. I haven't forgot the shrimp and grits. You said
Yes,
you was gonna
ma'am.
make me. You know what I'm saying? I kept the receipts and stuff like that. But anyway, let me go. But it's good to see you though. But being up front doing dating scares me and off. And I'm Bray, you wanna answer that? Or I could go in and answer it though, for sure.
Well, I'm gonna say that most men would accept the truth being brought to them by their significant other rather than hearing it from someone else. So being upfront while dating is a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing because some people hear the wrong thing and it scares them off. Or they hear the wrong thing, or they figure this person is a red flag and they ghost them. So it could go both ways.
Yeah.
Mm. Definitely. I think when you first start dating, I think it's certain things you gotta hold off, when you get to certain dates, you know what I'm saying? First date, yeah, you should hold off. Second, stuff like that. Now, when y'all start getting serious and a month passed, probably before a month, you need to go start, you know, uh asking him or her, like, what's your goal? What do you want from this relationship? Um, so we won't have to waste each other's time. And yeah, you need to allude to, like, if you got some kids, if you got lots of kids, you need to tell that person that. You need to tell. You got
Or
to
if you want
communicate.
kids.
Yeah, or if you want, definitely, or if you want
Because
kids and
that's
stuff
a
like that.
question I would ask on a first date, because I don't want any more children. And some men still do.
Some men still
And
do want kids.
and as I say, I don't want to waste your time. And I don't
That is
want you to
that's a
waste
big
mine.
question. That's definitely a big underrated question as far as kids go too.
A
As
lot of
far,
men really
yep.
still want children, and
Get
I don't.
kids. I used to want another kid though, but now, man, stuff is so expensive now. I don't know if I want to go through the buying Pampers all the time and all that. I don't know if I want to go through that stage again. So I think I'm cool with what I got, but if if I had another kid, I'm not tripping a little bit, but I ain't forcing it though. I'm definitely not forcing it like I was a few years ago. But yeah, I think you should be upfront. I think you should, tell them what your goals is, because like now, so we at the age that we're not dating for fun. You know what I'm
Nope.
saying? I'm not trying to waste my time, and I'm not trying to waste my experiences with you. I'm not trying to go to Cancun and have the time of my life, and then you just there for like 2 months later you gone. You know what I'm saying? I want to spend that with somebody that I'm actually involved in. You know what
That
I'm
you can
saying? So,
create memories
yeah,
with.
for sure. I'm not trying to create memories with no part time person. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, I had a dope experience out there. We went to Costa Rica. It was live, but now you hate the dude. You know what I'm saying? Y'all only talk for a little bit, and now you hate him, and it kind of messes up the experience, even though y'all had a good time and stuff like that. So I think you definitely need to get certain things on the table. But yeah, I think that's an underrated question as far as having kids and stuff like that.
I
Because
don't feel finances are taken seriously because that is something that you really need to discuss because a lot of men are sometimes threatened
mm,
by a woman that make more. And that's
mm,
something that I feel like that really does need to be discussed. Not saying that has to be discussed the first, second, third date, but if there's somebody you see potential in.
okay, so let's go. Let's allude to the next question. Um, uh, most men do not want an independent woman. That's the next question. I like this question right here because, like you said, and so okay, so let's go back to the beginning of the show when I said, congratulations to what I'm saying, you and do you want me to say it, or you can say it, or do you want to talk about what I'm saying, your
It's
accomplishment you
fine.
did? Okay,
Go
so
ahead.
you bought some land,
Hmm.
what I'm saying, which is a dope accomplishment. So you being independent, you doing your thing. Do you think that's gonna scare a lot of men off you buying land, building a house? You think that's gonna scare off a lot of men that's not capable, or that's not on that level playing field like that? You know what I'm saying?
It possibly could, but it shouldn't because you may have something of value that you can bring to the table.
Mm. So let's just say if a guy, he's not making as much money as you. He
Hmm.
probably stays with his mom and dad, or what I'm saying, let's just say he's taking care of his mom and dad at his parents' house. So let's make it sound a little easier on the ear with that. And
Okay.
let's just say he tries to talk to you, and does that scare him? I think that might scare him off because he's gonna be like, dang, she's accomplishing a lot of goals. She's doing things for herself. So that's either gonna make that man gonna be like, I'm finna back off from her, or that's gonna make him step himself out. It's gonna go two ways. He's either gonna say, I ain't finna mess with her. She got too much going on. Or he's gonna step up his playing field and he'll be like, that's motivation right there. So
See, it would depend on the man because if he's staying with mom and dad for a purpose, but can still be able to financially support himself on his own, that's one thing. But if you're staying with mom and dad, have no goals, like you should already know what your goal in life is at this point. Because if you damn near 40, you still trying to figure out what your goal is, that's a problem in itself.
yeah, that is a problem.
I understand that, it does take time, to reach those goals. But if you don't want to know, if you don't know what you want to do by 40, then what's the problem?
I think that's true too. And I think most men, I think as far as like, I think that makes a man, as far as her not being independent and more dependent on him, I think that makes him feel a certain way. You know what I'm saying? When a female has to depend on you. Me
Yeah.
personally, I want my lady independent. I want to be able to hold her own.
Hmm.
Uh, I believe in Unless I'm a millionaire, I believe in two incomes is definitely better than one. You know what I'm saying? So I want her to have her own money. I want her to pay some. I ain't gonna say that. I was gonna say pay some bills, but she could do a little something around the house and help up and stuff. But as far as being independent, have your goals and dreams, I want you to accomplish that. I want you to do that, baby. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna motivate. That's gonna inspire me, seeing you do your thing, and it's gonna make me do my thing even more. So, but I think some men they like that female depending on them,
They
and
do.
I guess that makes them feel a certain kind of way. So,
But the one thing that some women, not all women, need to understand that with being independent doesn't mean that you have to be too independent to where you feel like I don't need a man.
yeah, yeah.
Because I know even as independent as I am, I'm not going to be dependent on a man, but I do want to spend the rest of my life with a man, the
Yeah,
right man.
for sure.
But I'm not too independent to be like, oh, I don't need you to do this for me. I could do it my damn self. That's a lot of attitude that a lot of women that work in the industry that we work in that they really have. I don't need a
Yeah.
man for this. I can do it myself.
Oh, is that Helena Adams? The Facebook user. I think that's Helena Adams. Helena,
No,
I
they
don't know.
don't understand the true definition of submissive. And a lot of men need to understand that being submissive doesn't mean sitting down and shutting the fuck up.
You think that's what a lot of men think as far as being submissive? Like, hey,
Yeah,
shut
they
the
feel
hell up.
like a lot of men feel like, oh, you don't submit. First of all, you don't submit to a boyfriend. Let's
Mm,
start there.
okay, I feel that. Okay. Does that mean that you just don't listen to him at all? You stubborn and all that. You just.
No, but you also need to know when to pick and choose your battles. Everything shouldn't have to be a battle. Your home, everything at home should not be a battle.
Mm.
Every time we have a discussion, it shouldn't always be an argument.
No, it shouldn't.
If
And
we can't actually sit down and talk and actively listen, meaning talk to each other and not at each other, we're not
mhm.
even having a conversation because we're just both trying to get our points across.
Yeah, that's true too. Um, I like what Mike B said. You got to be a confident man. You know what I'm saying? To have an independent woman. Um, let her do a thing. You know what I'm saying? She like I said, she out there doing goals and buying land and building houses and stuff.
But that don't
You
always mean too, just because I'm independent, put everything off on me either.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like the stereotype of an independent woman, that's doing a thing is, some guys feel like the attitude is there. They quick to dismiss a man, and it's harder for an independent woman to be submissive. That's like
And
the
that's not
stereotype.
true, but you have to also give a woman something to be a man to be submissive to. You have to be the right man. Everybody's just not going to submit to you because you're a man.
Yeah, we got a lot of guys out there, you know what I'm saying? They are not no leaders. You know what I'm
No.
saying? They would lead that female straight off the cliff or straight into poverty, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever it may be. But yeah, I feel you on that because it's a lot of guys out there. They don't have no sense of direction. They don't have no goals. They don't have no dreams. They don't have no um
How can you even
aspirations
call
and stuff.
yourself the man of the house if you can't even make sure we have a home to come home to?
Yep. They so busy hanging out with their homies and stuff like that. They don't even, they don't even really. They really don't. The family is just off doing their thing, and they out there with their homeboys, and that's what they really want to cater to, or they want to show off to, or and stuff like that. But
Homie,
um,
it's all different types of friends. They just don't care.
yeah, that's definitely true.
And
Um,
when you put everything before your household, that doesn't make you a man of the house. That household is really crumbling.
let me ask you this question, okay? Let me ask you this question down the line, okay? So you got your own land, you building your own house and stuff like that. Okay, so if you meet a man, is that man reluctant to come to live with you? You know what I'm saying? Because I know a female like that. She got her own place. She doing her thing. She like ain't no man finna come live with her though. We got separate houses. We go date. We go do our thing. But you're not gonna live with me.
I mean, and that whoever that person is, they're entitled to feel like that. And I actually had that thought in my head, and I was like,
Mm,
with me building this home, would a man actually feel comfortable to be able to years down the line, want to move in and feel like that's their home too?
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Because
yeah,
sometimes if that's not something that you've done together, that other person could probably never really feel at home.
true. You know what I'm saying? And I think I'm gonna say it's up to you to make him feel like, hey, babe,
This is
you
yours too.
this is your home too. This is us or whatever. Yeah, you
Hmm.
definitely, yeah, for sure. Because you know what I'm saying, when I was getting my house and stuff and the paperwork and getting it built, and so they asked me, it was certain questions that they asked me. And my wife was like, she said, I forgot along the lines. She was like, "It's my house too," or something. She didn't say it like that, but I was like, "Yeah, I can't get the house without being married. You can't get the house separate. You know, it has you
Correct.
married. It has to be together. You can't just the husband can't just get a house and that just be his house, and the wife. If you married, you both have to sign on some paper and stuff like that. So I had to reassure like, yo, this is our house. You know what I'm saying? Even though you know, uh what I'm saying, my name and the credit and all that they check in as far as
Like
me.
whatever that may be, it's
Yeah.
still both of y'all's home.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Even though I had to it was me
The
going through the
paperwork,
process
that's
paperwork. Yeah.
small.
Yeah.
It's how
But
you
she
really
did
make that person feel.
yeah, she did sign her papers and all that she had to sign. But at the beginning, you know what I'm saying, when you're going through the credit checks and all that stuff like that, it
Hmm.
was just, it was me and stuff like that. But I still had to reinsure that, look, this is our house, you know what I'm saying? And that was up to me to reinsure that to make her feel comfortable, be like, look, don't even worry about all that. This is our house. So I was just thinking, like, as far as on the flip side with you, a man coming through and he's gonna feel like, dang, this is not really my home. This is her home. So it's kind of like up to you to reassure that man, because sometimes we need reinsurance. Guys, we need
Hmm.
reinsurance. We need that lady to text us and tell us you love us out the blue while we at work or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That
Hmm.
makes shit. I got that text message the other night. I was like, boy, I started blushing and everything at work. You know what I'm saying? I say, what? I say, hold on, you drunk over there? And stuff like that. But I was like, shit, I thought that was dope. We need some reinsurance, you know what I'm saying? Men need that. But
Yeah, men need it just as much as women.
for sure. Let's dive into we got a few more questions, man. Um everybody that's been commenting, everybody that's been liking, please share the show. I got two dope guests on. I got Jackie. I got my boy Cornbread on here, man. Share it, you know what I'm saying? Like it, do whatever you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? But so let's chime in, man. When a mother is struggling, we kind of switching the topic a little bit.
Hmm.
But when a mother is struggling financially, should the father get custody? This was one of the questions when
Why not?
I sent you a whole bunch of questions, and this was one of the questions you picked out too.
Why not? Because he's equally as responsible.
Mhm.
And if he's financially, mentally, emotionally ready to take care of his children, why not?
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Why would you want to keep that from that? If I know I couldn't really handle my business and my kid dad was like, "Hey, I want my kids." I mean, let them go and get yourself together. That doesn't make you less of a parent.
Man, I think a
But
lot of
see,
people.
it's
I don't
just the
think a lot
fact
of
that in
females will do
America,
that.
you don't see a lot of single fathers really taking care of their children.
Yeah,
You see it more on the mothers. So
yeah,
therefore, when you actually see an active father really doing it, it's like, oh no, that's his job too.
that's true. Um, I think when it comes to, especially, I mean, if that father's paying child support too, and the first off, the child support system is a joke. I'm gonna say it's a joke. Even though some guys need to be on child support, um, it's catered more towards women. I went through the system and I know how it was catered because I mean it's a long story, but me and the mother of my son, we went to child support and it was mutual. It was a mutual agreement, and the lady who we talked to, she definitely was just riding with her. Me and my baby moms, we was on good terms and stuff. We was still talking and stuff or whatever. So we was on good terms, but that lady clearly had it out against me or whatever. And my baby's moms didn't, she didn't, She didn't submit to the lady trying to bribe her to do this and that like that. And I had a respect for her doing that then. But I think, and I'm not finna switch this to me, but I think I got hosed in the child support thing because um, how do you get 50-50 and still pay? How do you have 50-50 custody and still pay child support? On a like I started thinking about this like a couple weeks ago. I was like, man, we had 50-50 custody and I'm still paying child support. How did that
Because I
work?
mean you're equally responsible. So
But why I had to pay child support?
no, I'm saying that's what 50-50 means. So I mean, I don't know. I don't work for the system.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. But let me also say this though: a lot of guys don't want that responsibility. You know what I'm saying? They don't want that responsibility as getting up in the morning, bringing their kids to school, picking them up, getting them something to eat. You know what I'm saying? All the little things that pertains to, you know what I'm saying, raising a child. So a lot of men, unfortunately, they gonna let the baby mom struggle. I mean,
Yeah.
they might pay that little child support or whatever the case may be, but man, they ain't finna jump in front of that bullet and be like, hey, babe, I see you, not babe, but hey, I see you struggling with such and stuff. Let them come stay with me. Let them come see you. I don't see that happening a lot. Um, but yo, Brad, what you think about that though, man? Do you
Yeah.
think when a mother is struggling financially, should a father get custody, or what do you think about that situation, my brother?
If he's willing and able to take care of his children, he should do that.
Mm. But like I said, I don't think a lot of females is gonna give up their kid even if they struggling. I think that mother attachment to their kid is gonna it's gonna make it hard for them to give their kid up and like, here, take them. I'm doing bad, or maybe it might be a pride thing. I don't know. But I think as far as like motherly love and all that, I think she's gonna be reluctant to give her kid up, even if she's struggling, because she gonna be like, we gonna make a way regardless.
Because we
And
always do. When you're sick, you're tired, you don't want to. We the mama, the daddy, the doctor, the teacher. We do it all.
mm,
And we get up, go to work 10, 12 hours a day, and get up and do it all over again with multiple children. So no, it wouldn't be easy. But if I know personally if that's something that I would have to do, and I know that he was a stand up guy like that,
hmm
but you have to not be selfish.
yeah,
Don't think about yourself.
I think that's the thing. I think they thinking about themselves. They not thinking about the kid. They not thinking about, okay, yeah, he would be okay staying with his dad, but she might be like, I don't like his daddy. Like
Then why
I'm
you had a baby with him?
that happens a lot though. She might
I mean,
like,
I don't like my ex husband, but I don't sit up there and I don't fear for my children when they're with him. That's his responsibility too. I don't
yeah,
just dislike him, but I'm saying, why would I not trust my children when they're on his time?
yeah. I mean, you trust them to have a baby by him
I
with
trust
him.
him enough to marry him and have a kid with him, so why not?
Unknown
Oh, we got
That's
caller.
just
somebody from
balance
Hawaii.
to me.
Okay, we got a Hawaii caller calling in. Hey, call him. Hey, call him.
What's up, my G?
Hey, you gonna have to cut down the you gonna have to cut down the show. You have to. I can hear the show in the background.
Hey, let me tell you something. If a mother is struggling financially, right,
Mm-hmm.
that's her fucking problem. Take your kids, fellas. It ain't her choice anyway. So that's something called a guardian ad litem, right? So
Oh,
the
I know
court
who
gonna
this
hire a
is.
guardian ad litem. What's that?
I said, hey, I think I know who this is,
I know
man.
that voice.
Yeah, I seen
Man,
Hawaii.
it's
I'm thinking.
Ken. You got me fucked up. You know what it is. Hey,
Look,
I
I
seen
know that voice
Hawaii.
going on.
I seen Hawaii on the thing. I said, damn, Hawaii.
yeah. So let me tell you something. There's a thing called material change in circumstances, right? I've been through it before. I've been through all this whole fucking shit before, right? So if a mother can't fucking financially provide for the children, guess what? You can go to court and get custody. So why the fuck you not gonna do it? Guess what? You're not gonna do it because you don't want to fucking do it. You feel me?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to fucking do it, that's on you. But I'm gonna tell you like this: Real motherfuckers gonna go take their kids. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
On some real shit. I don't give a fuck what she say. If I gotta pay you $1,300 a month in child support, and that's your only means of motherfucking finances, guess what? I'm gonna take my motherfucking kids. Fuck you, what you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? I got custody of all my motherfucking kids. I don't give a fuck what she talking about. You feel me?
Yeah, that's one thing I see
Don't give
you
a fuck.
doing, Ken. I see you taking care of your kids. You got your kids in sports. You feeding them. You cooking them. You doing all
Golf.
kind of stuff.
Yeah, because I'm a winner, nigga. I don't let nobody win on me. You feel me?
Yeah, for
Hell
sure.
no. I don't give a fuck. Motherfucker talking about you a mother and you deserve because you pushed the baby out your pussy. Fuck all that. Man, I don't go by them motherfucking rules. I go by my motherfucking rules. And I tell motherfuckers, you gonna leave with the same amount of kids you came with, motherfuckers. So fuck that. That's how that shit gonna work. I don't give a fuck.
It's
Look at
so rough.
cornbread with the motherfucking stains on in the dark.
My boy Brad
It's so
chilling, man.
Cornbread.
Cornbread in the
Nah,
zone.
for
He
real
just
though.
do this thing.
Nah, but for real though, on the real shit, it's a call it material change of circumstances, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you file a petition with the court, and you tell them as hey, she can't financially provide for your children, and so you fucking go take the necessary steps to get custody of your kids, man. A lot of fathers not gonna do it because they don't think they don't know their rights. You feel me? So
Yeah, true that.
if you don't know your rights, of course you're gonna be reluctant to take the necessary steps. But me, I'm knowledgeable, so I'm gonna know my rights.
And you know what? I know a couple guys in that situation too. As far as you say, they don't know their rights as far as to getting their kids, and the mom is struggling. Rights. Yeah, man.
And I'm gonna tell you like this: a husband has more rights than a baby daddy. I'm just being real.
Yep,
that is a fact. Has more rights than a baby daddy. I'm just informing y'all guys. So if you have not legitimized your fucking child in Texas, you don't really have no rights. You feel me? So you make sure you legitimize your fucking child. Make sure you fucking do all the necessary steps to fucking legitimize your child, and then you have fucking the same rights as the mother do. You feel me?
Okay, boy, educating boys out here, man.
Some of them need to know.
Hey, I've been through it. I've been through it.
I definitely feel what you're saying. A lot of guys, they just don't want that goddamn responsibility, though.
You're right, Amy. They don't.
But I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Single parent life is some hard shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not no easy shit. I just make it look easy because I'm a cool nigga. But this shit ain't no hard. This ain't no easy shit, man. You gotta deal with all these different personalities. You gotta deal with football, fucking gear and attitudes. You gotta fucking buy clothes and shoes. And the mother financially irresponsible, so she's not gonna pay you shit. You feel me? And you know what? Some mothers not gonna pay you shit because they feel like, oh, I pushed my body, I ain't paying you shit. You want them, you got them. You feel me? That's the attitude they take on. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like, hey, I don't need it. It's cool. Keep your shit. The kids gonna get to a certain point or age where they know that, hey, my daddy went hard for my age. You feel me? They gonna know.
Yeah. When they get older, they gonna realize who the parent was that was actually doing something.
Yep.
Just because you're the mother doesn't make you the better parent. I'm just being real, man.
Yeah,
just because you're the mother, it does not. And I'm just speaking from a person that I paid over $60,000 over a 5-year time frame to get custody of my children. You feel me? So it wasn't an easy process, but my strategy was make them exhaust all their resources so they can't fight me no more. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's smart.
I feel you. I feel you on that.
If you exhaust all their resources, guess what? What they gonna do? They like, oh, I can't afford this. Of course you can't afford it. You're not gonna beat me.
Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah,
so
man.
I know people that don't have custody of their kids. Men that don't have custody of kids, they might get discouraged, but don't get discouraged. Keep grinding, man. If you say you're a grinder, you got this bread, because a lot of dudes on here talk about I got this bread and you get in the bag. Well, get the bag for your kids. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Get the bag for your children, because at the end of the day, your children, they gonna see who went hard for them. You know what I'm saying? They gonna see.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the main thing and stuff like that. I don't see a lot of people going hard you know what I'm saying, knocking down goals and doing what they need to do because that's gonna help benefit the kids. You know what I'm saying? When you're doing your
Yeah.
thing out there, a lot of people just like, man, they just lazy. You know what I'm saying? They depend on the system, or that's a whole nother subject. But as far as making moves
You know,
and doing your thing out there, your kids benefits from that.
fact. And I told
More
him,
than anybody.
look, I don't. You know, I tell people they like, oh, you will feel good. I said, I don't need a kudos to know. I don't need no kudos from you. This is what I'm supposed to do. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm supposed to do. I don't need no kudos. You feel me? Because this is what I'm supposed to do as a dad, as a father. You feel me? Because I made these children, so I feel like God put me in charge of these children. You know, especially my sons. You feel me?
Yeah.
So God put me in charge of these sons, you know, so I gotta lead them in the right direction, you know. That's why a lot of the youth are misguided because they don't have positive male role models
They don't.
in their lives.
They don't
They
have no
don't.
positive uncles, dads, cousins, or nothing
Nothing.
like that. They
Nothing.
lacking that, man. So, like I said, that's
What
a
this kid
whole
say?
nother.
If a mother is struggling, the situation is because she is doing it all by herself. Father should step in and step up, not take the children from their home, their heartbeat. Well, keep in mind, it's not the right way, but the unhealthy way when it comes to kids. All right, Sierra Raven, whatever you say. Hey, we
I
just
just felt
agree
like
to
he was finna
disagree.
go off.
He's grown.
Hey, we could agree to disagree, man. Hey, we can agree to disagree. Whatever you talking about. Hey, the
Hey,
mother, that they home. Do you own a home or you renting it? Because that's not their home if you renting it.
Exactly.
mm,
Because you're not really. If you're renting something, you're really not stable,
Nope.
mm.
right?
That is
Yeah,
a
but
fact.
yeah,
Are you really
yeah.
stable if you're renting something?
No, no,
No,
no.
Because
You're not
somebody could
really.
put you out at any minute.
Yep.
I'm for real stuff. I'm just saying real. Let's speak from a real place. You know what I'm saying? If you renting, you really not stable. If I got a mortgage and I know I'm not going nowhere for 30 years, that's stability right there.
Yeah. Yeah. No doubt. That is
That's stability.
stability. Yep.
So
the whole reason why I did what I
I'm
did.
just
This is not my house.
But yeah, Kim, man, I definitely appreciate you calling. One of the callers said you're right, but you need to stop cussing.
who said that?
That's Miss Jackson.
Amy Gidry said that.
No, not it wasn't Amy.
He is so fired up.
Amy, he called you.
So
Yeah, it wasn't even Amy.
Sherelle Richard,
Yeah, that's Miss Sherelle Richard Jackson.
tell Mr. Sherelle Richard I'm grown. Hey, look, I'm grown and I got custody. Keying out.
All right, my brother.
Oh
Hey,
man.
all right. So yeah, man. I mean, like, I mean, hey, Sierra had her different, her different opinion about keeping the child with the mom and stuff like that. King has his own kids, so it could,
But he did
it,
agree to disagree. So
yeah, for sure. Okay, before we get out of here, this is the last question. This is the last question of the night. So I was in Miss Cheryl. She said I'm grown up. But okay, so I missed a lot of things while I was in Facebook jail, and even though I really hate to bring it up because it's kind of overdue and people milked it. Um, and as far as kids go, I just put McDonald's. So, um, I just want to talk about that just a little bit because I know we didn't roar that people wore it out and stuff like that.
oh
But
God.
I want to say as far as McDonald's, I remember back in the days when my son was small and he will have his sister with us. His sister is not my child, but that was still his sister. And uh when I used to drop him off, she used to say, I want McDonald's. And I didn't never have no issue buying both of them something to eat, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not no selfish person. And I thought, and you just got to think about the situation. If you buying for one, then that puts your kid in a situation too, because either he gonna share or she gonna share the food with others, or they gonna be selfish or stuff like that. So, as far as with kids go, even though that was a skit, that was,
It was.
that was a skit, that was a couple that would, do situational stuff like that. Uh, I think accountability is gonna have to be played on both parts and stuff like that. Now, depending on how many kids she got, True. You can't be keep feeding 5, 6 kids every
Better get some
time.
hot and ready's.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You can't, yeah. That dollar menu, you might have to hit that dollar menu. Everybody get a little dollar burger, get a little cheeseburger and stuff like that.
Get a
But
large fry, spread it out on their
mm,
plate.
get about 2, 3 apple pies and split them up in half. Y'all get it
Oh
and stuff like
man,
that. Make it. But I just thought how people were just like unfriending people over the situation because everybody
it
had
was
their own
that deep.
opinion. Man, people was arguing about how they would take care of all the kids, and people was talking about how I'm just gonna take care of mine. It's my responsibility to take care of mine and stuff. And um,
Everybody and everybody else's business.
I just thought, you put that kid in a situation too. You give him that food, and he go in the house, and he got his brothers and sisters. He might be the youngest too, so he might have older brothers and sisters. They might beat him up and take his food or something like that. And so you never know how this situation go. He coming in there and his sister like, let me get some fries. Nope, boom, pop him in his mouth and like, I'm gonna get some fries. So you got to think about the situation you put your kid in also though.
It just depends on the person. Cause I know personally, I've never dated a guy that did not care about my children. If they brought something for me, they would always bring something for my children. Even, after the separation point, we were still conversing. They still cared enough about my children to make sure that they were good. So, like I say, everybody is entitled to have their own opinion. I can't sit up here and tell anybody that doesn't agree with me that they're wrong because that's their opinion.
Yeah, true. Um, but yeah, and also if you have all those kids, man, you got to be able to take care of them too.
Yeah.
Man, don't be having no kids if you broke out here. If you already struggling and stuff like that, don't be having more kids.
Well, I mean, they
I,
better wrap it up now because abortions is illegal. So,
yep, and that's what one of the questions was. I was gonna bring up to that Roe versus Wade and stuff. How people felt about that, but like if you already struggling, if you going from check to check and all that, stop having these kids. You know what I'm saying? And you just put more pressure on yourself. And then these topics that we was talking about, as far as being not financially able to take care of your kid, then that's gonna come into play because you're struggling. And then now you gonna have to see, what is the baby daddy gonna take care of it, or is he gonna watch you struggle?
and
You
then
know what
if
I'm
he
saying?
don't help you, you're not going to do anything but making yourself upset. So,
Yep.
you have to be prepared that if you having these children, be prepared to possibly do it by yourself, depending on whoever that person is. Just
Yep.
be smart about whatever y'all doing.
Oh, Kendon said, phew, that boy done said this
Well, I
said
done
something that
lived
got
in my house almost 3 years, so but I still feel this is not my home because it's not mine.
mm. She said you're not stable if you're renting. What?
I
Hey,
get what she's saying, but like I said, I don't feel like this house is mine because it's not. It's a rent house.
yeah,
This
it's
is
kind
not
of
this is not a place my kids can always call home because it don't belong to us. This is
yep,
temporary.
yeah, and you know what? I feel like that too when I was young, and like my parent, like driving my parents' car. In the school, they just let me drive the car to school. If I, what I'm saying, they'll let me drive to certain places. It felt good driving it, but until I got my own car, it felt different. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I was caring about the oil change, the tires, and everything. But when I was in my parents' car, I didn't even think about
you
that. I
didn't
was
care
just
because it wasn't yours.
It wasn't mine. I just put gas in it. You know what I'm saying? And then drove around. And when I used to work at Sutherland's a long time ago, you know what I'm saying? I used to have people come in that own the rent houses and they'd be like, uh, let me get the cheap carpet or let me get that because they're gonna tear it up anyway.
Yeah.
They're not gonna stay that long or blah blah blah. They'll make all kind of excuses and stuff like that. So as far as you know what I'm saying, not being stable, the rent house and all that,
Ooh,
uh
Ken stirred that pot, baby.
he did stir the pot up on that, but
Ken stirred that pot.
to each his own. It's far different than owning because I just became an owner, so shit. I know how it is. I was in
I get
apartments and
his point
everything.
though.
I
His
get his
whole
point.
point.
Yeah, I get his point on that, but as far as like I
He
said,
wasn't
I
trying to
just
ruffle any feathers. He was just
nah.
basically saying, like, if you're renting, that is not your home. Yeah, it's your house because you're paying for it.
I think
But
that's the
yeah,
ultimate goal to have your own though.
we could talk about that topic forever because even though everybody trying to own a home is the American dream, they don't make it easy.
It is not easy. I swear to God, on everything, it's not easy.
It's
I
not
don't
easy. I
even.
actually told that to a realtor. I'm like, I know it's the American dream, but it's like you get to one point and then something can easily knock you back to now you're off your goal and you got to work
Mm-hmm.
2 times as hard to get back to get to the square that you were in. So,
Yeah, for
like I
sure.
say, it's not for everybody. You know, everybody have their own time when they can become that. But I just don't feel that you're any less than because you're a renter.
Nah, ain't
But like
nothing
you
less
say,
than.
it is obstacles to renting because, like I say, you pay people all this money. They want to have fixed stuff, or
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's
for
just
sure.
different obstacles. So whenever you can, become your own homeowner, then that is a goal that whenever you're ready, that you should be able to obtain.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, Tom Teasy, appreciate you for watching the show. Hit me up. I hit you up. We good. We need to lock in another show. But yeah, as far as getting a home, it's not
It's
easy.
not.
I don't know. I did a Michael Jordan. You know when Michael Jordan made his last shot in the NBA, he did that pose and he made it. That's how it was with me. I had like a last second shot, boom, I hit it because I'm finna be real. That when they hit you with the closing costs, they don't really hit you with the full closing cost till like 3 days before you close or whatever. So you might think you have enough money, and then they think, bam, oh, it's such and such. And be like, hold on, what? Like that's how I was. Like they say, I was thinking it was a certain type of number because she said she was throwing a lot of figures every day. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
this and that and that. So I'm like, okay, all right, yeah, it's gonna be that. All right, I got money to do this. I could buy that. I could buy this fridge or however I want. And then
Mm-hmm.
like 3 days before closing, they hit you with the this is the final number. And if that number large,
They
you
want
don't
it,
they don't
and you
have
don't
yeah,
have it.
you don't have it. I think it's like a certain amount of time for you to get it.
Yeah,
But
because they're gonna move on to the next person.
yeah, they're gonna move on. And plus, you need to have a little extra. And I don't want to dive into this because this is a whole nother subject. But you need
Yeah,
to have extra because you got to get so you got to buy a fridge and washing and
your
dry
appliances.
and appliances and all that. So you need at least a good $8,000-9,000 after that. So
Just educate yourself before you dive into it. Like I said, I don't want to get too far, but I know Rashawn Webb is. I think she have like a class coming up. I know
what she do?
Amy's real good.
Yeah,
Just
shout out to
make
Amy.
sure. Thank you, Amy. Just make sure that you educate yourself
Mm-hmm.
before you just think about, oh, I want to own a house. Because you got to also remember when you're owning a house versus renting it, you're responsible for all those repairs.
Yeah, no
Hey,
doubt.
Monique. So, like I say, it's a lot of stuff that come along with it. Like, just educate yourself and make sure you're ready because it's going to be a challenge. But if that's what you really want to do it.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And you know what I'm saying? That was the show, man. I appreciate everybody that commented on the show. I appreciate if you shared the show. I don't know if anybody shared it to after the
Hey,
show, but
Sarah.
um I appreciate and the callers too. I definitely appreciate the people that called in. Like I said, man, this is episode 105. I had some dope guests, man, and hey, guests, man, I appreciate you. Cornbread, Jackie, I appreciate both of y'all. I know you got to go to work, so I ain't
Yeah.
want to tie you up too long, but I appreciate y'all.
All right.
All
Appreciate
right.
you.
All
Thank
right,
you,
all right,
man.
I'll be safe, man.
All
All
right.
right.
Good night.
All right. All right, so man, look, that's the show, man. You know what I'm saying? Episode 105 is in the books. Next week, we're gonna see about next week, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to do a show Friday. If I do, it's gonna be a little late. But if not, true, I'm just gonna get a rerun show, you know what I'm saying? We just go probably just go do the reruns and stuff like that. Maybe I might do the rerun what I did with Omar Epps or something like that. I might replay that one because that was a pretty good show, or I might replay the show with the natural versus enhanced. That was a pretty dope show right there. So, but if I don't do a live show, it might be late. It might be like around 10ish. It might be like a late night show next Friday, which I think I start my vacation. So shoot, it's gonna be on. But man, I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man, with your boy, man. We was talking about why are you still single? Please to share the show. And if y'all haven't liked my Facebook podcast page, please like that. You know what I'm saying? Please tap into that because I'm doing a lot of shows that's just gonna be pre-recorded, and those shows are gonna just only get played on the Kickback podcast page. So um you know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, just go ahead and a easy little click and like, and certain content is only gonna be on that page, and y'all be able to check it out and stuff like that. So, we finna get out of here, man. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Y'all stay blessed. Hey, y'all like my little on air sign right there in the back and stuff like that? That's kind of cool, huh? But but anyway, shout out to you, Stacy. But anyway, man, we finna get out of here, man. Like I said, y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay positive. Y'all stay consistent. You know what I'm saying? And y'all keep doing what y'all got to do. I'm out of here. This is your boy, North End Floyd, man. And I'll see y'all next week.